a female child is born and she's born with a pair of ovaries, and in ovaries there are many potential immature egg cells that are present, but unless they grow bigger in size and become Graafian follicle, they will not release the egg in the fallopian tube. So she reaches the age of 11 or 13 years, that is the time for the first time a Graafian follicle will burst and will release egg in the fallopian tube. उसको कहा जाता है menarche, which is the onset of menstrual cycle, and then there will be a cycle of 28 days every month in her life up to the age of 45 to 50 years. And जिस दिन last ये menstrual cycle होगा in the female body, that can be 45 years, 50 years, जब भी हो, that is known as menopause. Now what is happening in this cycle of 28 days? So the first thing that happens is the egg is released with the hope that sperm will come and fertilize. But अगर copulation हुआ ही नहीं है, there will be no fertilization, so there will be no zygote. So now the female body does what? It flushes out the unfertilized egg along with the inner lining of the uterus, जिसे endometrium कहा जाता है, with blood and mucus. Together this is known as menstrual flow, and this blood flow happens for 3 to 5 days in the female body. So imagine किसी महीने के first को the female starts to shed the blood and the mucus and the unfertilized egg, and it will continue till 5th day. Now what will happen? The next stage is the ovary will prepare any second follicle to grow into a Graafian follicle, because it should not stop, right? It did not happen that month, but may happen next month. There can be fertilization next month. So that is known as the follicular phase. This follicular phase will continue from the 5th to the 12th day of the month. इसमें होगा क्या? The primary follicle will develop into secondary and then tertiary and then Graafian follicle. And as we know, these follicles produce the hormone estrogen, so the level of estrogen is going to be very high during the follicular phase. इसका एक impact भी होगा on the uterus. This will help the uterus to become more spongy and more vascular, richly supplied with blood, because the body is hoping that there will be copulation, there will be fertilization, and the zygote is soon going to come and get implanted in the uterus. Now on the 14th day or the 13th day of the month, the female is going to release the egg from the Graafian follicle, और उसे कहा जाता है ovulation. Remember one thing, for this ovulation to happen, we need two more hormones. One is called follicle stimulating hormone, another luteinizing hormone, which are produced from the pituitary. So these hormones help in bursting the Graafian follicle and releasing the egg in the fallopian tube. Now in the fallopian tube, the egg is waiting for the sperm to come. If it comes very well, the zygote will be formed, and the zygote will go and get implanted, मतलब चिपक जाना, will get implanted to the wall of the uterus. So the site of implantation in a female body is uterus, but the site of fertilization of sperm and ovum in the female body is the fallopian tube. अगर ये होता है, now the uterus will remain as it is, and the child will grow in the uterus for next coming 9 months. But if it is not happening, then what happens? In that case comes the next phase, which is known as the luteal phase. इस phase में क्या होता है? After ovulation, the Graafian follicle has burst and it has become corpus luteum, and the corpus luteum is now releasing progesterone. Progesterone again is required for keeping the uterus intact, but corpus luteum only produces progesterone for some days. So by the time it reaches the 28th day of the menstrual cycle, it understands that there is no zygote that has formed, so it stops producing progesterone. और जब ये प्रोजेस्टेरॉन का प्रोडक्शन बंद हो जाता है, then what happens? Again the menstrual phase starts. The uterus sheds its endometrium along with the unfertilized egg, mucus and blood, and this cycle continues every month in the female body for almost 30 to 35 years.